1 year ago today, I left for Mexico. So let's just smudge, feel our feet on the ground, and be grounded in wherever it is that we are today. So I don't normally do this, but I want to read a little something to you that I wrote. So first, let's just smudge. So this trip that I made, this leaving 1 year ago, was a giant leap of faith. It was a journey of freedom, discovery, and deepening my connection with spirit and my purpose. And here I am back again, but I haven't come full circle. As a matter of fact, I am not the person who left and who has returned. So how does that happen? Well, before I talk to you about this, put your hand on your heart. Now, your heart is on the left side of your body, the feminine side. So we bring things in, pass them through our heart, and if it has heart and meaning, then the masculine side goes ahead and takes action on that. So just take a nice deep breath. And as you breathe in, feel the energy of new beginnings. As you breathe out, release anything, drop anything that no longer serves you. You know, life is not a straight line. As a matter of fact, it's a spiral. And if you've been watching me for a while, if you've been following me, what you know is I'm talking about we spiral in to learn something, and then we spiral back out to share it with everyone. First of all, ourselves. So release what no longer serves you. And when you come back to a familiar place, are you the same as you were when you were there the last time? Often not. And sometimes we think, oh my God, I'm back to square one. But perhaps it's different than that. Perhaps you're on a new level, a little higher up the spiral, a little wiser, a little more experienced, a little more compassionate, and a little more loving. Because that's what we're moving into right now. We're moving into a time where we're being asked to be compassionate to one another, where we're asked to be kind and considerate, to cooperate, to collaborate. And maybe you're noticing this, or maybe you're caught up in the other, the divisive and all of that. But when we reflect back to where we were 1 year ago, are you the same as you were then? And if so, what is it that you can shift? Now, over the past year, I'm going to read a little bit, I've experienced this by living home free without the traditional trappings of society telling me what to do, get a job, be stable, be quiet, don't use your voice, don't get angry, don't be passionate. All of these things are meant to constrain and constrict us. So when you notice that happening, is there something that you can do that frees you up? So for me, it's shamanic journeying. It's connecting with my spirit guides. It's knowing that my purpose is not yet fulfilled, that I haven't become the highest version of myself. So here's something that I want to share with you today. I've embraced a deeper truth that I create my life. And when I know what that means, when I understand my non-negotiables, when I focus on my priorities, and when I look at my desires and I know that my desires haven't been fulfilled, then I am aware that there's a belief that's holding it back. And I bust that bogus belief. Because if you don't have what you desire, there's some belief put on you by society, by your parents, by your siblings, by church, by school, by whomever about staying small, being quiet, and not fulfilling the life of your dreams. So you can do this without giving up your home. It all starts with a shift in mindset. The mindset of maybe non-attachment, maybe the mindset that it's all available to me. I am not left out. It's not for them and it's for them, but not for me, because you have access to everything. So I want you to think back to where you were 1 year ago. So close your eyes if you feel comfortable and reflect. Take a deep breath. Where were you physically? Where were you mentally? Where were you spiritually? What was working in your life in a way that served you? And what wasn't? Through shamanic journeying, I've connected with my authentic self. I've heard my soul's calling. I released old beliefs that held me back, and I just don't wait for things to happen. I actively co-create with the universe. Because here's what I know, and here's what I say, and you might laugh about this, but take a little bit in your heart. I believe that God loves me. And through my journeys over the past few years, I've learned that Jesus does too. So when you know that God and Jesus and your spirit guides have your back, it's much easier to take dangerous steps ahead. It's much easier to feel supported. It's much easier to feel like, oh, I can do this. So society tells us a lot of stories. A big house, a steady job, a specific kind of success. But what if those are not true for you? What if you get to define your own success? What does it mean to you? What does being a successful person mean to you? You know, and what I've noticed is that when I define it as I define it, and this is one of the things that Jesus said to me, in order to find it, you must define it. If you're, if you go to the grocery store and you're just wandering around aimlessly, kind of, well, I don't know what I'm going to get. Well, it looks good. You're going to come out with maybe some things that don't nourish, nurture, and give you the satisfaction that you want. But when you look and you reflect and you go, oh, what's working for me in terms of what I put into my body? What's working for me in terms of the things that I'm drinking? And you go with the list, you have defined it. Guess what? You get to find it and you come out and you nourish and nurture yourself. So what kind of success is right for you? And what if you crafted your own version of success, your own dream life? And what I did was I found mine by living home free, traveling, sharing my wisdom as a modern shaman. So now I want you to consider, what is one small step that you can take today to move yourself forward towards your definition of success, towards your definition of who am I, towards your definition of your dream life? Because only you can define that. And as a matter of fact, nobody else in the entire world is going to have exactly the same dream life as you. You know, some folks want to be adventurers. Some folks want to stay home. Some folks want to cook. Some folks want to eat. And so as you define this for yourself and you really understand yourself, the universe has a much better chance of fulfilling your desires because you actually know what they are. So maybe it's sitting down to reflect on where you are. Maybe it's learning about shamanic journeys, starting to listen to your intuition, because, you know, science isn't always accurate. They find new things and they go, oh, well, maybe that wasn't correct. And they alter it. But your intuition, your gut feeling is never wrong. If you feel drawn to something, you feel drawn to it. If you feel repelled by it, you feel repelled by it. But it starts with feeling into you. What makes your heart sing? What makes you happy? And what steps can you take right today to move you in that direction? So if it's shamanic journeying, book a call with me so I can help you craft your dream life. You know, I'm happy to spend 45 minutes with you, complimentary, completely free, so that we can look at where you are, what your desires are, where you want to be, what's stopping you, what's holding you back, and why the hell is it important to you in the first place? So when you spend that amount of time, think about this. Most people spend more time planning their vacation than their purpose, than their calling, and how to fulfill those desires. So imagine that your life is a vacation, if that's what it takes to you. And then begin to figure out, what are my desires? What are my dreams? What do I desire to fulfill? Is my heart happy? Am I learning and living on purpose? And with 45 little minutes, you and I can sit and we can delve into this so that you come away, and I record it for you, so you come away with a vision, because it all starts with a vision. You know, when I teach shamanic journeying and we come back and we listen to the journeys, the first thing is you as the visionary. You take time aside to do this deep work, to delve into, who am I? What do I desire? And who am I here to serve? And most of us don't really think about this. We follow the track. My mom would say we get led around by the nose, doing what somebody else defined for us as our life. Well, what if that doesn't really work? And if you look around, it ain't working. It didn't work. It isn't work, and it ain't gonna work. So how about something entirely different, entirely new? So book a call. DM me, say yes, I'll send you the link. You can get on a call with me and we'll look at where you are, what are your desires for your intentions, your future, why the hell is it important to you, and what's stopping you. And oftentimes, once you know that, then you're ready to fly. Just like I did 1 year ago, off to Mexico, coming full circle, and yet not being at the same place I was a year ago. More free, more happy, more joyous, more determined, and ready to take the next action. So let's do this thing. Let's energize our hands. Place them over your heart. Your heart is on the left side of your body. And take a nice deep breath. And we're going to open fully and freely to give, accept, and embrace all the good the universe has for you. Because it's a big old bucket and it's ready for you. All you have to do is ask. So one more time. I open fully and freely to give it away, give it away, give it away. Accept, big old bowls with your hands, and embrace, put in your heart all the good the universe has for me. One more time. I open fully and freely to give, accept, and embrace all the good the universe has for me. Namaste, aho, bliss, and in case no one has told you so far today, you are amazing. Have a fabulous rest of my day. Have a fabulous rest of my day. Have a fabulous rest of your day, and book a call. Bye-bye, everyone. Love ya. See ya. Bye.